Hey guys! Welcome back to our channel. If you are new here, my name is Alexis and I am from the US.
And I'm Louis and I am Swiss.
And we live together in Switzerland, and our whole channel is about all things living, but more specifically traveling in Switzerland. So if that sounds interesting or helpful to you, click that subscribe button to stick around. So in this video, we're going to be talking about some tourist traps. I'll preface this with, if you have one of these on your itinerary, it's fine. They're all beautiful. But some of these places are either victims of their success, really overrated, or a little bit overhyped on social media, and there's just better options for you. So we're going to be going through with some of the things that we'd really like to steer you away from to do some better things in Switzerland. So without further ado, let's get into our top tourist traps to avoid when traveling to Switzerland. Getting into this video, if you're in the midst of planning your trip to Switzerland and you're feeling a little overwhelmed, I encourage you to head to our website. We have some free resources there, like a train selector tool to help you select the pass that works best for you. We have some free guides as well, but we also have some options that you could purchase which will help planning your trip even more. So we have itineraries that we've curated for you based on our years of experience living and traveling here. And if you need even more personalized service, you can book a one-on-one call with Louis. So without further ado, let's get to our number one tourist trap to avoid in Switzerland.
So the first place that for me you should probably avoid, this is still something that is beautiful, and if there wasn't all the tourists maybe and the price, but this is the Jungfraujoch. The Jungfraujoch, top of Europe. Top of Europe is actually not on the top of Europe from lots of different ways. It is the highest train station, I think, in Europe, but you are going to feel like a sheep in there, especially if you're going there in the summer. It's just, I talked to locals recently actually in Grunewald and in Wengen, and they were just rolling their eyes about the Jungfraujoch. You will just be packed with people, and it's not going to be the most enjoyable experience. And on top of this, the prices are just outrageous to go to the Jungfraujoch. When you have built within the Bonne-Oberland Pass, for example, some beautiful mountains like the Männlichen. I love all the activities at the Grunewald First. So there are lots of different options. If you're going to Zermatt, I feel this is much less you feel much less like a tourist to go to the top of the Matterhorn Glacier Paradise. So this one, I would say, please avoid it. You're going to have a better time somewhere else.
So the next one on our list that I really think is a tourist trap, and this is by no fault of their own, this is all the way it's been positioned by people on social media, is the Gelmerbahn. The Gelmerbahn, if you've seen it on social media, it likely looks like this thrilling roller coaster in the mountains. It looks very cool, but all of those videos are sped up. It is a very, very slow mountain funicular. It is not a mountain coaster. I'll try to find a video at the real speed, but this is something that is very, very out of the way to get to. You almost need a car to get there. It will take you hours and hours on the train. You need to reserve very far in advance because it got very overhyped on social media as this like crazy mountain coaster experience.
You'll get very disappointed.
And it's really just a funicular. But if you want mountain coasters, there's a lot of other options in Switzerland that are right in the area. There's one in the Pfingstberg, there's one in Lucerne on the Pilatus. There's a bunch of mountain coasters that you can access much more easily.
You'll have some real thrill.
This is not even a coaster. This is just, I don't know how or why this happened.
It's Instagram.
Don't go to the Gelmerbahn.
So the third place for us to maybe avoid with some caveats, you can see it from a boat, is Iselwald. Iselwald, we fell in love with it in 2020 when it was COVID. We were here in Switzerland. It's just a beautiful little village. You can go there by boat. It's super cute, was the Lake Brienz. But there is now a famous TV show, it's called Crash Landing on You, if you're interested, that has locations in Iselwald, and that is driving now hundreds of tourists per day, even more. They had to even put a fee to access the sort of little boats to take a picture. You just have too many people. And so what I recommend for Iselwald is not to stop there, but you can see it from the boat. From Interlocken, you take a boat, and it's even better, I think. You have the little castle. It's beautiful. I love Iselwald, but for the next few years, it's going to be crazy. And I do recommend sort of avoiding stepping foot on Iselwald.
So the fourth thing on our list to avoid is the city of Interlocken. Now, don't get scared. It's not the region of Interlocken. The region of Interlocken is absolutely stunning. There's so many incredible mountains. It's a great place to spend even your entire trip in Switzerland. But if you're not staying in Interlocken, there's no reason to go out of your way to visit Interlocken. Definitely. Anytime we discuss Interlocken, we refer to it as a base. And I do agree with that. It's an excellent base. It has great access to all of the mountains in the region, the other villages. You can go to the Hardekulm really easily, Grindelwald, all the different mountains. But Interlocken itself is really just a city. There's nothing to see there. So if you're staying in a different village, if you're staying in Grindelwald, if you're staying in Wengen, don't go out of your way to see Interlocken for a day. I hear people that get really disappointed where they hear this hyped up name, they go to Interlocken, and it's kind of just fine. It doesn't have like a typical Swiss feeling. There's no chalets. Interlocken, in my opinion, should really just be viewed as a base to explore the region and not
a place where you stop and change trains.
But not a destination in itself. It's not a place that I would go out of my way to specifically visit.
Another place that I've seen a lot in social media with a lot of filters is the Gorge. This is also in that Jungfrau region. For me, it's not a place to go out of your way for. It's a canyon that is really nice and I liked walking along that canyon, but it's a little bit complicated to get there. And especially if you are going there for the videos that you've seen on social media. I was there, it was not like this. We can maybe show some of the videos that I took. It's very misleading, and this is maybe also the topic of this video. You will be misled by these Instagram sort of reels of the Gorge.
All of the saturation on all of those reels is bumped up, I think, like 50% to make the water look turquoise. And I think it's just like a self-fulfilling prophecy at this point. People go, they expect that color, they edit the video so they can post it, and then that's what keeps happening. So
expand the problem.
You will go there and you will be disappointed if you're expecting this like bright, crazy turquoise water.
Two other cool canyons is the Grindelwald Canyon, because just in terms of location, it's much closer to Grindelwald, even Interlaken, so it's easier to do. You have some cool activities there, and on Fridays it's open at night, so you'll have some lights of different colors, so you don't need to put these filters. Another one is the Rosenlaui Schlucht, which, sorry, my fellow Swiss Germans, but this one is only if you have a car, and this leads you to one of the most beautiful valleys. But this is really if you have a car or if you are willing to take the bus for a while, and there is also a cool canyon in there. This is actually one of the tips in my hidden gems of Interlaken.
So I want to say thank you to our sponsor Level 8 for sponsoring this video. As you can see, Level 8 is a premium luggage brand based out of New York, which we love, which is designed to make travel less of a burden. So we tried out our brand new set, which you can see here, on an international trip, and it performed so well. So I am so happy to have them as our sponsor for this video.
For those of you who are weekend travelers like we are, to the business professionals, to those who actually live out of a suitcase, Level 8 has a suite of thoughtfully designed options that will be perfect for your next adventure. We recently traveled with the Voyager luggage 2-piece set, and just from opening the box, we were already so impressed with the design. We selected one of their limited edition colors. It's a beautiful two-tone mint green. I absolutely love it. And the suitcases were so easy to pack. There were thoughtful compartments, plenty of interior space, a wet-dry separation pocket, not to mention my favorite feature, the wide set handle on the outside allows for extra interior space because you don't have to pack around that clunky handlebar that takes up the middle. If you've experienced it before, you know what I mean. And as far as the exterior goes, we were so impressed by the additional handle on top of the suitcase. Getting the suitcases in and out of trunks, off of baggage claims, it's always a bit awkward sometimes when you need to reach for those handles on the side, but having that handle on the top we thought was such a clever design feature, which was really necessary for us since we're always traveling with a toddler and have our hands full. We just thought it was great. So our first test run with this luggage was an international trip across the Atlantic, and I'm happy to report that it totally exceeded our expectations. The 360-degree spinner wheels performed flawlessly. The exterior construction was proven to be super durable because I couldn't even tell that we had used it after we returned.
So whether you're looking for a totally new luggage set just to carry on, or even something like a travel backpack, Level 8 has tons of options for you. We're really happy to be able to have a exclusive 10% off discount code for our audience, so you can shop using code Alexis and Louis 10 for 10% off, and the link is in the description. All right, let's get back to the video.
So the last one that I would like to de-influence you from, and this list was somewhat in order of the most avoid to least avoid, but I would say to end with Blois. That is a lake in the region of Berner Oberland, in the greater vicinity of the Interlaken region.
Close to Oceansee. Yeah.
It's a very nice lake, but it is a victim of its own success. like a runaway train. It is a beautiful lake, very small, and it has a huge parking lot, and because of that, a lot of people will go there. There's a lot of buses that drop you off there, tour buses. It's a reflective blue lake, and people go there during the fall because you see the leaves falling. There were so many people. There were people waiting on lines in all different pockets to take a little photo where it looks like you're the only one looking at the lake. So that's the point where I think the pictures you see online will be misleading in that, because you'll see someone with this big open space, you know, looking really serene at this lake. It looks very picturesque.
It's not serene in the back.
And what you don't see is this line of people behind them waiting to get that photo in that little spot with the little rock. So I will say the pictures could be somewhat misleading. Now this lake is very beautiful. The color is very blue. I don't think it's like as filtered in that way color wise. It's a very beautiful lake. And if you don't mind crowds, maybe it's fine for you. But if you're expecting this like serene, peaceful experience, it's far from that.
And the last thing for me is that there was a significant fee. It was like more than like 12 francs to just go to the lake, which when you hike in Switzerland, when you hike, it just feels very off, and so yeah, just not a great taste in our mouth when we tried this, and this was in the middle of COVID, so I can't imagine how it is now.
Okay guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to end it on a positive note because I don't want people to think that this video was intended to be negative. If you are going to any of these places, you won't have a bad experience. They're all nice places. The Gorge is still nice. The Jungfraujoch is still nice, but some of them are just victim of their own success, excessively crowded, very overpriced, or somewhat misleading in the way they've been marketed. So we just want to help you have the best experience possible for the best budget possible and avoid some of these unnecessary crowds and unnecessary experiences. We hope this video helped you to avoid some tourist traps in Switzerland. While there aren't many, it took us a little bit of time to come up with this list. These are ones that we see come up over and over and over again. So we hope this video helped. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and we'll see you in the next one.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Hey guys, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
If you want to see more videos like this, please make sure to like and subscribe. We'll see you soon.